What did Itana say to Carlos Alcaraz when everyone thought they were a couple? Amid rumors, documentaries, mental health struggles, and a personal life under the spotlight, Spain's most influential singer at the moment has spoken candidly. In an intimate interview, Itana has revealed everything: her battle with depression, her fear of public exposure, and the message she sent directly to the Mersian tennis player when her name unexpectedly became linked to his life. Itana is currently experiencing one of the most intense moments of her career. She's releasing a documentary, preparing for stadium concerts, and launching a new album, but behind all the success lies a deeper story. In her cover interview for Vogue, she confesses that she was diagnosed with depression at the end of 2023. She describes feeling drained of energy, neglecting her diet, and no longer caring about her body. It was then that she hit rock bottom and decided to seek help. She began a medical treatment that she still maintains. "Antidepressants hold me up just as much as they keep me grounded," she admits. But Itana also spoke about something as heavy as mental health, fame and its effects on her personal life. She says she can't even go on a first date at a restaurant because everything gets leaked. "They link me with a new boyfriend every day. In January, there were 3, she says with a laugh, though there's a clear sense of frustration. One of the most unexpected names was Carlos Alcaraz. When the rumor that they were dating surfaced, Itana couldn't stay silent and wrote directly to the tennis player. "Hey, I'm really sorry, I don't know why this has come out," she told him. Alcaraz's response was mature and calm. "Don't worry, it's all good, I know sometimes things just get made up." A simple conversation that reflects the absurd pressure of media exposure and the need to maintain normal human relationships within a world that constantly invades privacy. Itana, who has confessed that 2024 has been the worst year of her life, also says she is feeling better, more serene, more in tune with herself, and getting to know someone who, according to rumors, might be the YouTuber Plex. But what matters is not who it is, but how she feels. "Calm, happy," she says. Her honesty about mental health, the way she handles rumors, and her emotional clarity are all signs of maturity amidst a media storm. Carlos Alcaraz jokes about his last party in Ibiza. "My body can't handle it anymore." It's been a week since Carlos Alcaraz lifted the Roland Garros trophy after defeating Italian Jannik Sinner in a historic final. The Mersian celebrated in style and, as he usually does, headed to Ibiza for a few days of peace and partying. The Spanish tennis star had a great time, though he jokingly confirmed that he only went out one night. Speaking to AFA, he recounted his Ibiza vacation following his recent Roland Garros victory. "It was fun, but this year was more relaxed than the last. Last year was wilder. I went out the first day, but not the other 2 nights. On Tuesday and Wednesday, I was in bed by midnight, though I did go out in the afternoons. I'm getting older and my body can't take it anymore," Alcaraz said with a laugh. A tradition for Carlos Alcaraz. The Ibiza trip has become something of a tradition for Alcaraz. Last year, he was criticized for it as it was believed to have affected his preparation for Queens. Nevertheless, he went on to win Wimbledon weeks later and has repeated the ritual this year, encouraged by many who cheered his spectacular victory over Jannik Sinner at Roland Garros and urged him to go wherever he wanted. There are situations where people may disagree, even when you think it's fine. But in life, I want to make my own mistakes. I'm happy that this year people told me to go wherever I wanted, to disconnect, because that support helps me in certain situations. We're learning every year, and maybe in a few years I won't be able to go, but right now these moments to disconnect are very welcome," said Alcaraz. Wimbledon's key change noticed by Alcaraz, Sinner, and Djokovic. Wimbledon announced a £3 million, €3.5 million, prize for the individual champions of the 2025 edition, set to take place from June 30th to July 13th at the All England Club in London. The Grass Court Grand Slam also confirmed 2 major changes. According to standard ATP rules, which only Roland Garros has refused to adopt, electronic line calling will be fully implemented. But the other change has drawn more attention from title contenders like 2023 and 2024 champion Carlos Alcaraz, his defeated finalist Novak Djokovic, and current world number 1 Jannik Sinner. These 3 aim to reach Sunday, July 13th, and if they do, they'll have to adjust their habits. The individual finals start times have been pushed back by 2 hours, from 2 p.m. local time to 4 p.m. in London, 5 p.m. in Spain. In the event of a very long match, the roof might be closed mid-match to enable artificial lighting, which would drastically change playing conditions, as it already does during rain delays. On Saturday, the men's doubles final will begin at 1 p.m. local time, 2 p.m. in Spain, and the same applies to the women's doubles final on Sunday. The goal is to improve the experience for everyone involved. Doubles players will have a more accurate idea of their match times, and fans can enjoy the Wimbledon grounds before the matches start, while champions are crowned in front of the largest possible audience, said Sally Bolton, chief executive of the All England Club, in comments gathered by Agencia EFE. Bolton also confirmed that Wimbledon has no plans to add a 15th day to its calendar, unlike Roland Garros, which now starts on a Sunday. Wimbledon raises prize money. Carlos Alcaraz could earn $1 million more than at Roland Garros. The upcoming Wimbledon tournament kicks off on June 30th, the third Grand Slam of the season. This year, the champions will receive a record prize exceeding last season's, when Carlos Alcaraz defeated Novak Djokovic to win €3.2 million. The tournament announced on Thursday an increase in total prize money to €62.8 million, 7% more than last year and double the amount distributed in 2015. All England Tennis Club president Deborah Jevons shared the 2025 edition's details in a press conference, highlighting the progressive prize growth. Wimbledon will award €3.5 million to each singles champion, an 11% increase over what Alcaraz and Barbora Krejcikova earned last year. This is €1 million more than what Carlos Alcaraz and Coco Gauff earned for winning Roland Garros just days ago. Even first-round players will receive £66,000, €77,500, a 10% increase over last year. The challenge in tennis is that players don't get the rest they need, and injuries are on the rise, something they often mention. We've always said that Wimbledon is open to collaborating with the tours to find solutions, and that door remains open, she added, highlighting not just the financial effort. Additionally, the finals have been rescheduled from 2 p.m. local time on the final weekend to 4 p.m., and line judges will be permanently replaced by live electronic officiating, a decision Roland Garros resisted last month. Wimbledon's biggest ongoing project remains its planned expansion into neighboring Wimbledon Park, which would add 39 grass courts. However, it's currently tied up in legal disputes. Although planning permission has been granted, a local protest group has filed a judicial review to be heard in the High Court during the tournament's second week. Nadal responds to Alcaraz drawing inspiration from him to mount a comeback, if he's already able to think of me. Rafa Nadal spoke about the latest Roland Garros final, where Carlos Alcaraz came back from 2 sets down against Jannik Sinner, during the Battle of the Stars charity golf tournament in support of ALS patients. For the 14-time champion, it was a historic match, and he was flattered that the Mercian thought of him, if he's already able to think of me. The 2024 edition of Roland Garros served as a tribute to Rafa Nadal, who retired at the end of last year. It couldn't have ended better for Spanish tennis, with Carlos Alcaraz repeating his title after an epic comeback in what seemed like an impossible match against Jannik Sinner. A special tribute to the 14-time champion, who commented on the final during a charity golf event in Mallorca, where he was joined by his uncle Tony, among others. Nadal had no hesitation in praising the match as a historic final. It was truly a spectacular, very emotional final. To see him lifting the trophy in the end, after being so close to losing to Jannik, I was very happy for him, said the former Balearic player. He also appreciated Alcaraz's words about drawing inspiration from him. I haven't seen it, but if he already has the ability to think of me at that moment, I'm very happy for him. The players who consistently rise above the rest, who show they are great champions, they should follow their own path. That's the reality. I believe tennis is in good hands, Nadal said, noting that the sport's future lies with the new generation led by Alcaraz and Sinner, currently the most dominant players on the ATP circuit. The 22-time Grand Slam champion experienced his first edition of Roland Garros as just another spectator since debuting in 2005. For Rafa, it was nice to see a place that has meant so much in my sporting life and enjoy the tennis without more. This is my new reality, showing no regrets about not playing in the tournament where he wrote his greatest chapter.